Good evening. Dwayne here, Dry Creek Wrangler School. Um, haven't put out a video in about a week now. Still running busy and trying to get things settled, but we're going to try to do one this evening before we completely lose the light. Um, Coming to you from the home of my oldest and dearest friend, second only to Mama, here in Temple, Texas. Came down to visit him for the weekend, about 30 miles south of Waco and 60 miles north of Austin. And so we're out here on his place. And Ton is he's my guru. He's the sound genius, the computer genius, and he figured out on the audio that we had cord problems, and that's why with that expensive mic we weren't getting what we needed. So you should be able to tell the audio is a bit better on this one. Um, so just wanted to update you, and first point here before it gets too far in the video and folks start turning me off. I've been saying from the very beginning that I don't get income from these videos, and I haven't. But I've had a number of people contact me privately by email and different things and ask me how they can support the channel. And so we finally got to the point I have set up a Patreon account. And so you can go to Patreon and look up Dry Creek Wrangler School. And so there is a Patreon account now if you choose to, and you'd like to support the channel. And it'll just help us continue with the content and maybe help this thing to grow. So I have a job. It wasn't the kind of work that I do that I was looking for. There wasn't anything available up in Princeton. So I started calling around like I've suggested so many of you young folks do. I got on the phone and got the internet, found phone numbers. And so I found a ranch, it's a guest ranch down in Bandera, Texas. And so I called them and they said, well, come on down and let's talk. Now, one thing to know about wrangling, October is a terrible time to try to find work in this business. It's the end of the season for most folks, and for even folks like here in Texas and Arizona and places, it can be a slow time. And I knew that going down. So, but I had talked to the manager of the ranch on the phone, and so I went down, and they're definitely in a slow time. But we talked, and she said, look, I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose the chance of hiring you. She said, I take it from what we've talked about on the phone that you're not unfamiliar with the kitchen. I said, no, I'm not unfamiliar with the kitchen. I've worked in 2 or 3 steakhouses, and I cook some at home, and I'm actually a pretty fair cook. And she said, how are you with computers? Well, I'm not a computer guy, but I can turn one on, and if you got forms on there, and I can get on a website and get the information, do what needs to be done. And she asked 2 or 3 other things, and she said, what I would like to do, she said, I'd like to put you on to help me whatever's needed on the ranch with this stuff. Sometimes I need someone to cover in the office. She said, I need help. This ranch, people come in and stay for multiple days, and they have their own kitchen, and so they cook for them 3 meals a day. And she said, and then when things are busier, she said, then you're there to help with the wrangling, you're there to help with the horses, whatever needs to be done. And she said, so you have a job and you're on the place, and then when I need a full-time wrangler, when things get busy, you're here. Are you interested in that? I said, yes, I am. The thing that I want to take from that I want to use to teach you, and going back to the original core purpose of this channel, Wrangler School, wrangling. So I want to talk mostly to the young people, and predominantly to you guys, you young guys. Real life experience that you need to learn something from this. You need to be able to do more than just work horses. You need to be able to do that in life, okay? You need to be able to cook. Now, I don't mean restaurant cook, I don't mean chef cook, but you can't always have somebody taking care of you. You need to be able to cook for yourself. And it doesn't hurt to learn how to put together just some decent home-cooked meals for guests and whatnot. You need to learn how to cook. we live in the modern age. Now, there's a lot of us that would like to go back to the 1880s, but let's face it, ain't going to happen. Everything runs on computers and electronics today. This is the information age. And I mean, I'm about as backward as you can get, but here I am on YouTube making videos, figuring out audio. Bought a, what I think that's like an iPhone XR because I was told it made really good, clear videos. Figuring this stuff out. Why? Because I got to live in this world. It's not the world that I would have picked, but this is the world I live in, and I have to function and be able to get through. And you need to be able to do that too. You need to be able to go on a place and say, look, when things get slow, I am profitable. I'm worthy to have around. I can swing a hammer and do a little bit of construction. I can drive a tractor. I can change the oil in a water pump or an alternator. I'm a decent shade tree auto mechanic. You need to get out of a box that I just want a cowboy. That's all I want to do. Listen, when you leave home and go out in the world, you need to take your pride, stick it back in the closet somewhere. I'm not too proud to work, and I'll do what needs to be done. Now, this is a very nice place, and they're very nice people, and there is a full-time good wrangler job down the road sitting there waiting for me. But I got to do what I got to do to get to it. That's the attitude that you need to have to succeed. You got to want it bad enough that you're going to do what needs to be done to do it. And so we're going down to Bandera, Texas, and going to start working down there. It's a really good place to get back into with the horses and everything all around. I can start making more videos, and I can actually start making the videos actively with the horses, with the saddles, with the tack and stuff. So I'm excited about all that. But I just wanted to update you and let you know what's going on. And basically that's all this video is. Let you guys know I'm still alive. Don't unsubscribe. Don't disappear. I haven't left yet. I'm still just trying to bring everything in together and move on to the next phase of my life. Okay, so I appreciate all your encouragement. I appreciate you staying with me and sticking with me and being a part of this, and so I hope you'll continue the journey. All right, like if you like it, don't like. If you don't like it, don't click like. But if you do, click like. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that bell to notify you when I actually do put new content out. And maybe hit that share button and send it off. And if the content's helping you and you like the content, then just think about maybe going over and checking out the Patreon page. And so again, I appreciate all of you, and we'll catch you next time.